All right. No picking your nose. People can see it from right now. So we are live here with the semifinals of the World Series of Certamen. We're missing one player who has taken his dogs to do a chunky donkey, but we're going to proceed on as we have determined that he is not terribly important to his team's chances of success. So congratulations. We have our number 2 seed, who are the Archbishops of Canterbury, the 5 seed Sloanavirus, and the 8 seed Reasonable Animal Sounds. Is that right? Do each of you have an individual animal sound you'd like to share with the group? There's a lot of cats. Is anybody going to do anything? Does anybody have a giraffe noise? That could be.
Hey Ken, have you ever wondered what the fox says?
Actually, I was just going to say there are foxes in my neighborhood, and foxes sound like human females screaming in distress. It is really off-putting when a fox screams because it sounds like a young woman screaming in distress. And I freaked out the first time, and somebody had to tell me that. So
I don't remember that from the music video.
No.
I really hope I never get to be in trouble where there are foxes around and people would just assume I was the girl who cried fox or something.
Hi, Gabe. How's Ben? Are you? Oh, I actually thought you had like a name tag on or something like that for a second. Did they poop? Everything good?
Yeah, no, we're good. They took them a little bit longer than they normally do. Sorry, guys.
No
Gabe,
problem.
I told him to hold around for you.
Oh,
Yes, he did. He said, "This is the most important person in the room."
It was mainly for Robin and Virgil. I appreciate it.
All right, we are going to get started as soon as I find the questions. Here we go. Okay, good luck to all 3 teams. We're not going to do a sample buzz because that's silly. So, visuals. Visuals will be sharing his screen with you because question 1 has a visual on it. All right. Good job, visuals. Okay. Toss-up question number 1. Wait a second. It's doing the thing again. All right. How do I do the thing with the thing? Because I have now 2 desktops. All right, whatever. I can make this up. Okay. So, toss-up question number 1. Sometimes the actual credited name of a TV character winds up much different from the name by which it's known. You were looking at a TV character from The Mandalorian who is popularly known as Baby Yoda, but give in Latin the sweaty neck beard. That's you, Harry.
The bear?
I'm sorry?
The bear?
I have no idea what he said, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Gabriel.
Infans?
That will work. Yes, the question said, translating to Latin, the credited name of this character from The Mandalorian, popularly known as Baby Yoda, but more properly known as just the child. Infans, puer, proles, anything like that. Your bonus question. In episode 3 of The Mandalorian, the titular character receives a bounty of so much Beskar steel that he is able to have an entire cuirass forged. Using your knowledge of Latin and actually knowing what a cuirass is, give the Latin term for that piece of armor.
Like a
breastplate?
Breastplate, yeah, which is...
umbo? No, that's the shield.
Lorica.
What?
Yeah,
Lorica.
Nice.
Defer to Jose.
Lorica, final answer.
That is correct, and I love your use of long marks there, as both the O and the R are long. It's like you've done some work in the area of whatever you call that thing, linguistics, words. All right, that's correct. 15 points for that team. Okay, now visuals, are you still sharing your screen? Okay. It really messes me up. What the heck is going on? All right, now we're good. All right, toss it. Cool. Toss up question number 2 for any player. In one of the most well-written and profound songs of the year, Justin Bieber remarks, "You got that yummy yum, that yummy yum, that yummy yummy. Yeah, you got that yummy yum, that yummy yum, that yummy yummy." Although Bieber's desire for yumminess is metaphorical, what literal yet Gabriel?
Zugma.
When you get the right answer, you're going to feel bad about that. No, that's not correct. So for Team Sloanavirus and Team Reasonable Animal Noises, I'm not reading the lyrics again. Although Bieber's desire for yumminess is metaphorical, what literal yet revolting Mike Cowett.
Pass.
Okay, for Team Sloanavirus. Although Bieber's desire for yumminess is metaphorical, what literal yet revolting type of yum-yum did Demophon, Thyestes, and Tereus all unknowingly consume? Puka Bear.
Human flesh.
More specific, please.
The flesh of their children.
That is correct for 10 revolting points. Your bonus question, what constellation was placed? Zugma was amazingly close. It was right there. The flesh of their children and Zugma. I was like, I almost wanted to take that. What constellation was placed in the sky after Mestusius served the blood of Demophon's children to him mixed with wine?
I don't think I've ever heard this.
I can't believe I don't know this off the top of my head.
This
Anybody
isn't
know?
that one snake constellation. This isn't like Ophiuchus or whatever, right?
I don't think so.
I know that I know that was related to like one of the family stories, but I don't know who it was.
I don't think so, but we'll roll with it. Ophiuchus.
That is not correct. Oh, well, say final answer so I can tell you you're wrong.
I did say final answer.
Oh, okay. No, it's Crater.
Oh,
So I tried to give the hint of like the blood in mixed with wine in the bowl. All right. 10 points for Sloanavirus on question number 2. Question number 3 has yet another visual. We're waiting for that. You probably don't want to buzz in too early, but you will. So, I mean, that's fine. Oh, geez. How do I do this? I do this, and sometimes I hate Macs. All right. Toss-up question number 3. You are looking at a scene from season 1, episode 3 of The Good Place, in which Chidi is attempting to teach Eleanor ethics. Please give the name of the individual whose name has been, that is, April.
Aristotle.
That is correct, whose name has been obscured with the pink boxes. Aristotle is correct. Your bonus question for reasonable animal sounds. Identifying Aristotle as the philosophical successor to Plato can be mainly attributed to what 10-book work which attempts to show how a person can lead a flourishing and fulfilling life.
Could be Nicomachean Ethics, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Nicomachean, yeah, I'm going to go with ethics in case we get prompted. Ethics, final answer.
More specific information, please.
Nicomachean Ethics, final answer?
That will be correct, assuming since your name is Reasonable Animal Sounds, every answer that you give on a bonus will need to be accompanied by a different reasonable animal sound.
Arf.
Yay.
Okay, that's one. All right, that's good. So let me write that down. Dog has been used. Okay, 15 points on question number 3. Toss-up question number 4 has internal notes that I will be reading. Toss-up question 4. After much internal strife and division, note from Chris Salone, really an edict from me, the World Series of Certamen staff would like to issue an apology and correction for a previous question. Specifically, the bonus of question 2 in round 2, in which we said a hawk is like basically a falcon. WSOC Chief Bird Officer Chris Sloan would like to apologize for someone on our staff writing a factually incorrect bird question and clarify that hawks and falcons are not closely related. In trying to educate themselves on the subject, the staffer in question couldn't figure out what the difference between a hawk and a falcon is, but he did learn that the English word peregrine is ultimate. Gabriel.
Augere meaning field.
That is correct. Is ultimately derived from what Latin noun which means field. 10 points for the Archbishops. Your bonus question. The staffer could figure out some important distinctions between hawks and what more fun type of bird, whose Latin name was Phoenicopterus. This is the type of bird into which Caeneus was transformed in some versions after the battle between the Lapiths and the Centaurs.
Flamingo.
Yep.
Flamingo. Final answer.
That is correct for 15 points for the Archbishops on question 4. Toss-up question number 5. In 2019, 33 parents of college applicants faced charges of criminal conspiracy for paying $25 million to influence admission decisions at top universities. The Romans were also familiar with the Michael Cowan.
Didius Julianus?
That is correct. The Romans were also familiar with the idea of buying unearned privileges. What Roman paid 25,000 sesterces, it says dollars, but I probably would have read it that way, to each member of the Praetorian Guard, essentially buying himself the throne in 193 AD. Your bonus question, reasonable animal sounds, whom, the father-in-law of Pertinax, did Julianus outbid for the throne?
Oh my God.
Could you repeat?
Whom, the father-in-law of Pertinax, did Julianus outbid for the throne?
April, Claire, Sarah.
I'm punting.
Eliogabalus. No, that's way too late.
Solonius. I don't know.
Salonius, Claire?
Answer, please.
Wrong, but go say it. Say it.
Say it.
Salonius, nay.
Okay, all right. So
No, it's wrong.
has been used. Donkey has been used. That's incorrect. Now, on incorrect answers, you still don't get to repeat that reasonable animal noise, but that's okay. It was Sulpicianus. So you have 10 points on question 5, and we have our first score check of the evening.
Score stands at Archbishops with 30, Sloanavirus with 10, and Reasonable Animal Sounds with 25. Anybody's game.
Anybody's game, which is correct. Toss-up question number 6. In the ancient world, it was commonplace to marry someone without ever seeing them first. In the modern world, this idea might seem strange to some, but remains in numerous cultures around the world. Give the title of the hit, that is Marianne.
Love is Blind.
Wow, give the title of the hit Netflix series featuring dates in pods that culminate in the unseen engagement of a number of couples, the Latin name of which would be Amor Est Caecus. Very good. Your bonus question. The most popular mythological example of love is blind would, of course, be Psyche. After breaking the rules and beholding her husband, she had to undergo many trials to try to placate her angry mother-in-law. Venus demanded 4 tasks of increasing difficulty of Psyche. Normally, we would only ask for 2 or maybe 3, but this is the semis, baby. Name all 4 tasks that Psyche completed.
Sorting grain, box of Persephone's beauty. What are the other 2?
Something about the river, crossing the river of the underworld, something like that, right?
I think that's part of the beauty part.
Yeah. Oh, that was beauty.
Grain,
Oh,
box of
You had to
beauty.
clean. She had to clean the.
I think the ants might have helped her with 2.
It was like cleaning. It was similar to cleaning stale. Like there was like a bunch of poop in her temple, or she had to clean the temple. That's what it was.
That's the 4th one.
Captain Jackson.
She had to sort grain, retrieve a box of Persephone's beauty from the underworld, clean a temple, and retrieve a garment from a tree.
You got 1.5. Since it said Venus, I was really wondering if I was going to give you Persephone. Sorting the grain, getting a jar of Prosperna's beauty from the underworld, gathering wool from man-eating sheep, and she had to fetch a bucket full of water from the Styx out of a waterfall. So you get 10 points on question number 6. All right. Toss-up question 7 has a visual to it. This might be my favorite visual in the round. All right. All right. I'm going to pull up the questions on my laptop or on my iPad because this is getting annoying. All right. Just a moment. This is the low tech solution for right now. We're working on a high tech solution. All right, toss up 7. Betcha thought that bird questions were done. You were not correct. You are looking at 4 different images taken from the subreddit Birds with Arms. Identify by letter and name the bird who's about to have a really bad day when he uses the object that he's holding to challenge Apollo. Gabriel.
D. Marsyas.
D. Marsyas is correct. Challenge Apollo to a music contest, 10 points. Your bonus question is, identify the son of Neleus depicted in picture B, who turned into an eagle to attack Heracles and has a bad case of scoliosis.
Periclymenus.
Periclymenus, yeah.
Periclymenus, final answer.
That is correct. Well done.
Can I make a note about that question with the music contest? No one played the flute. That's factually incorrect. It was Marsyas who played the double pipes, which are closer to an oboe at best. Or you could possibly think of it as being Pan, in which case he played the pan pipes.
I will file that away in the place where we keep all such factual questions about World Series of Certamen. And you can guess where that is.
No. All right. I was going to look up the questions on my iPad, but apparently I don't know my Google password. That's a problem for another day. All right. Do what? What? That would be nice. All right. Toss-up question number 8. All right. Toss-up 8. What Latin noun literally means a goad or stick used Pukbear.
Stimulus.
A goad or stick used mainly for cattle and has been in the American public consciousness in 2020 because everyone wants their piece of that 2 trillion. Stimulus is correct. Your bonus question is, using the verb utor, translate into Latin what many Americans have thought, if not actually said at some point this year, if only I had used the stimulus more wisely.
The stimulum sapientius usus stimulo, right?
Yeah, stimulo.
Yeah. Stimulo sapientius usus sm.
Like that.
If only utinum. We want utinum there.
SM though.
I think I put in the chat.
What?
SM though.
Is it SM or not?
Oh, we?
Usus.
If only I.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
All right, Mr. Jackson, go for it.
Utinum stimulo usus SM sapientius.
That will work. Well done. 15 points for Sloanavirus on question 8. Toss-up question 9. Here we go. Okay. Who is being described in this sentence? Post illa militavisset et statum praefecti meruisset erat novem annos directrix CDC. Michael Carney.
Fauci.
Not correct. For anyone on team Sloanavirus or reasonable animal noises, who is being described in this Latin sentence. Post illa milita viset, et statum praefecti meruviset, erat novem annos directrix CDC. Pookie Bear.
Donald Trump?
Oh, no. No. He has, in fact, not been director of the CDC for 9 years. April.
Price?
No. Deborah Birx. Deborah Birx. She's cool. No points. Which is now sad because now we don't get to do the bonus about neck scarves. Because the neck scarves are cool. Toss-up question number 10. Towards the end of Travis Scott's Fortnite concert, a giant Travis Scott, whose head has been turned into a planet, rides through outer space on top of a different planet while even more planets circle around him. This part of that concert has many thematic similarities to the work of what Gabe?
Manilius.
Say again?
Manilius.
That is correct. What first century AD author who wrote a 5-book didactic poem about astrology and astronomy? 10 points for the Archbishops. Your bonus. Earlier, Scott sings Sicko Mode in the midst of a burning theme park beneath a weird red cube thing in the sky. This strange, somewhat apocalyptic imagery evokes the dark prophecies of what Latin author, who is portrayed in Book 1 of Lucan's Bellum Civile as describing possible scenarios for the destruction of the world.
You got this, Connor?
Do it. Nigidius Figulus, right? Let's make sure.
Defer to Connor.
Nigidius Figulus.
Nigidius Figulus is correct. Every time I see that name, what's the guy's name in Harry Potter that's got a name similar to that they're always talking about? I can't remember. It's like in book 5. If anybody gets that, hook me up, send me a tell on that. All right, that brings us to the halfway point in the score, please.
At the end of 10, Archbishops was 60, Sloanavirus 35, and Reasonable Animal Sounds was 25.
All right. We continue. Toss-up question number 11. On July 24th, the world unfortunately lost Regis Philbin, the hardest working man in show business. Most famous for his television appearances, Philbin was also the author of 2 autobiographies, the first of which is entitled I'm Only One Man. What Roman could have also... Gabe.
Horatius Cocles.
That is correct. What Roman could have used this title for his autobiography, a reference to his single-handed defense of the Pons Sublicius against the forces of Lars Porsena. Your bonus question. Regis's most famous co-star was, of course, Kelly Ripa. Horatius might have had 2 co-stars had he not ordered them to cut the bridge. Name these 2 men.
Lartius, Spurius Lartius, right?
Yeah.
And this might be Herennius Etruscus.
I think it's Herminius.
Herminius. That's right. Okay.
So Lartius and Herminius, final answer?
That is correct. 15 points on question number 11. Toss-up question 12. In Roman mythology, Neptune sought help from a minor deity in pursuing a sea nymph. Name this deity whose namesake animal has made Gabriel.
Delphinus.
That is correct. Whose namesake animal has made an appearance in the canals of Venice for the first time in hundreds of years and who was rewarded by being immortalized as a constellation. Your bonus question, sadly, dolphins returning to the canals of Venice in any numbers is fake news. But Neptune's successful wooing of this sea nymph is not. Name this Roman nymph whose Greek counterpart is Amphitrite. Haha, got you. Connor, I'm expecting you to big up with this one.
Got nothing, man. I don't know if it's just like
Portuna?
That was the first thought came to mind, but I definitely don't know it.
First thing that came to mind too. So Portuna, final answer.
Her name is Salacia, essentially Salacia. So you get 10 points and like it. All right. Toss-up question number 13. Consider the following Latin nouns: hebdomas, later, comprehensio, obsonium. Give the noun and meaning for the word from the list described with this Latin sentence. Est verbum quod, Gabe.
Hebdomas, week.
That is not correct. I will repeat for our other two teams. Consider the following Latin nouns: hebdomas, later, comprehensio, obsonium. Give the noun and meaning for the word from that list described with this Latin. Mr. Jackson, sir.
Later brick.
That's correct. You don't even know. I'm going to read the question because I think it was funny. The Latin sentence was, est verbum quod solebat dici plerumque a juvenibus declarare indefinitum longum spatium temporis. So later brick is a correct answer. Your bonus question is, because the way young people talk makes no internally logical sense, there were actually two correct answers to that toss-up. Congratulations on getting one of them. Give the other.
What was the did anybody get the sentence you said?
Here, I'm going to do the thing we do in legitimate Certamen, just for fun. There are the words. And there's the sentence.
It's a verb that is used.
Just a word. I don't think it's hebdomas.
I don't think it's hebdomas. Indefinite.
What's obsonium?
I don't know.
I think it's obsonium, like.
What does it mean though?
Like noise.
Answer please.
As in like indefinite timeline?
I don't know. Obsonium noise.
No. So the sentence says it's a word that is accustomed to be said, usually by young people, to denote an indefinite long span of time. So there was a brick, like I haven't seen you in a brick. The other one was comprehensio, a grip. So you can also use the word grip to mean the same thing, which makes zero sense because young people are dumb. The answer actually says because young people are dumb, there are two answers here. So you get 10 points on that one, but that's okay. Not bad. Toss up number 14. Harry Potter mania no, just kidding. Let's move on to a new fandom. What character whose nickname might be rendered into Latin as Ille Lupus Albus has been made famous? Marianne.
Geralt of Rivia.
That is correct. Nerd alert! Giving the real name has been made famous by video games, a recent show on Netflix starring Henry Cavill, and a book series by Andrzej Sapkowski. Geralt of Rivia, or you could have just given The Witcher, which is the only thing I would have gotten. Your bonus question, using the noun maleficus for Witcher, translate into Latin this line from Jaskier's song about Geralt, toss a coin to your Witcher.
Obieke Numa.
Using for Witcher.
What was the Witcher? Malefico?
Yeah, Malefico.
Obieke Numum Malefico.
Westro Malefico.
Westro Malefico.
Yeah.
2-0 Malefico. Does that matter?
No.
I like it.
Yeah, we're going with that.
Could you say it again, please?
Obieke Numum 2-0 Malefico.
Can you make an argument that that shouldn't be ad maleficum?
I don't know. It's dative of direction.
Okay, sure. I'll take it. It's not a good reason, but it's a reason. So I'm sure if we looked hard enough, we would find a reason to accept that. Am I right, Michael? So
I'll be ready for the date of the direction semis tomorrow then.
All right, so we'll give you 15 points on that one. All right, toss-up question number 15 is our next visual. Oh, that was really helpful. Public service announcement. The answer to this question is not people. Okay, so the answer has nothing to do with people. I gotta do this thing again. I'm gonna figure this thing out. I'm just not good with max. All right, toss-up question number 15 is.
There's a buzz.
Oh, there's a buzz. April.
I'm gonna go with Hermes or Mercury.
No, the answer to this question is not people. It's not people.
He's a god. He's not.
Well, he's still people. He's still a living being.
Right.
No, it's not correct. For the other two teams, you are looking at a meme that might represent a mythological pair of brothers. How did the one of the brothers accused of a crime literally Gabe?
He covered his footsteps.
More specific.
He like used sandals that had brush on the bottom of them, so his footsteps wouldn't be recognizable.
That is correct. The question was, how did the one of the brothers accused of a crime literally cover his tracks? That is correct. Your bonus question. Apollo accused Hermes of the theft and threatened to send him to the underworld and suffer what horrific punishment?
This is like King of the Babies, right?
Oh, it is.
He like oversees all the dead babies.
Yeah, go for it. Defer to Gabe.
He's the overlord of the dead babies.
That is correct. Gabe, you worry me. That is correct. You have 15 points on question 15, which brings us to our penultimate score check.
Archbishops with 100, Sloanavirus with 60, and RAS with 25.
All right, all right, all right. Ooh, let's need to write a McConaughey question. Toss-up question number 16. That wouldn't be bad. It'd be a little off-putting. All right, toss-up question 16. The Greek concept of arete might be best exemplified by what two heroes who once bested Thanatos? Michael.
Heracles?
That's not correct. Pookie Bear.
Sisyphus and am I wrong?
Oh yeah, this is just fantastic.
Okay.
Okay, for reasonable animal sounds. The Greek concept of arete might be best exemplified by what two heroes who bested Thanatos at games of Naves Longi and Indicium recruited Socrates for their history project and will follow up their expeditio. Michael.
Bill and Ted.
That is correct. Follow up their expeditio praestons and their iter dierum with a third movie set to be released in August.
That hurt my feelings.
What's that?
That hurt my feelings.
You were close. You were really close, but not correct. Your bonus question is translate mirabilia apud orbem que accidunt. And if you could do it in an accent, that would be good, or as an impression.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. Mirabilia apud orbem que accidunt.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Sure.
Am I the only one of the four of us who knows
I
this?
have no idea. So,
yeah, wondrous things happen at.
Let Michael do this one.
Okay, go, Michael.
Yeah.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K. Also, coax.
Excellent. Man, it's a shame we're not doing silly points anymore because you guys would be off the chart. 15 points on question number 16. Well done. Toss-up question number 17. Lovers of history, culture, and architecture everywhere were horrified when the roof of the Notre Dame Cathedral caught fire, severely damaging one of France's most iconic buildings. The Romans likely felt a similar horror when what structure in the Campus Martius burned down twice?
You got a buzz.
Oh,
You got a buzz.
Sorry.
The Pantheon?
The Pantheon's correct. Once in 80 AD and again in 110 AD. It was weird. It didn't scroll when you buzzed in. Your bonus question, it is intended that Notre Dame will be restored. Which emperor restored the Pantheon for the second time and added the iconic dome?
Hadrian.
Hadrian, has to be.
Can you repeat the toss-up?
Something. The Romans likely felt a similar horror when what structure in the Campus Martius burned down twice, once in 80 AD and again in 110 AD?
All right.
Hadrian.
Hadrian. Hadrian, final answer.
Oh, don't forget to do the animal sound.
Sure.
We're running out of, I hope you guys don't score again. We're running a little thin on animal sounds. All right. I will accept the what the fox says from Ilvis, and you can repeat that one. So if you can do multiple verses, you'll be in good shape. All right. Hang on 1 second. Visuals, if you would wait 1 second before you put this one up. Okay, we have a visual for toss-up number 18. All right, toss-up question number 18. You are looking at an image from the bestest handle, We Rate Dogs, which rates pictures of dogs on a scale out of a scale of 10. This is a picture of Miko. How would Miko's rating be? Gabe.
Tridecim partes decimi.
That is correct. How would Miko's rating be expressed as a Latin fraction? Tridecim partes decimi is correct. He's the best boy. All right, so everybody just enjoy that one for a second because he really is the best boy. And then we have a different bonus, or a different image for your bonus. All right, often people just don't heckin' get that We Rate Dogs only rates dogs. Using the verb aistimo to mean to rate, please translate into Latin their admonition, we only rate dogs, please only send in dogs.
How do you say please?
Quaiso.
Yeah, Quaiso. Odo. Send in. What is this? Mito?
Yeah, just Mito, I think.
Just this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Defer to Gabe.
Aestimamos modo canes, modo mite canes Quaiso.
Yeah, that'll work. Or amabote or si tibi placet, any of those things are fine. Well done, as we see the Tyrannosaurus dog. That was well done, whoever wrote that one. I think it was McThenia, but that was well done. I enjoyed that one.
That was totally not McThenia, thank you.
Was that you? That's so good.
And recalling fractions was hard.
No, you did it. You did it. I just put the partes in parentheses, but you got it all. That was awesome. Well done. All right, toss-up question number 19. Remember how disappointing the Game of Thrones finale was? Potentially the crappiest end in TV show history? Well, what emperor faced his crappiest end when he succumbed? Pookie Bear.
Commodus.
Not correct. Claire.
Caracalla.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry. Connor was next. Connor.
Vespasian.
Vespasian is correct. When he succumbed to diarrhea, speaking his famous last words, "Why puto deus fio?" Vespasian was correct. Your bonus question is, Game of Thrones fans were so pissed off at how terrible season 7 was that they began a petition to rewrite the entire season. What later emperor must have been equally as pissed when he stopped to urinate and was shanked by Martialis?
Caracalla.
Okay, defer to Connor.
Caracalla, final.
That is correct. So that is 15 points for the bishops. And then what's our score with 1 to go, please?
With 1 to go, Archbishops with 130, Sloanavirus with 60, and Random Animal with 55.
So if we combined them into one super team, then this question would be important. but it's still important because it might be my favorite question in the round. All right. Toss-up 20. The last letter of the Latin noun for snow and the genitive singular ending for the first declension provide the first two names of whose child born May, that is Michael.
Elon Musk and Grimes.
That is correct. I would give you 100,000 points. Do you know Grimes' real name?
No.
Okay. I actually had to change it, but there was a note that said give somebody 100,000 points if they say it. Her real name is Claire Boucher, apparently. Your Elon Musk's child is correct. Your bonus question: the child's second middle name was deemed illegal under California law because it contained a cardinal number. In proper Roman fashion, Musk and Grimes changed the name to the Roman numeral equivalent. Give that Roman numeral.
Feels like you, Connor. Don't know why, but it feels like you.
Please repeat.
Yes. The child's second middle name was deemed illegal under California law because it contained a cardinal number. In proper Roman fashion, Musk and Grimes changed that name to the Roman numeral equivalent. Give that Roman numeral.
It was 12, right? What?
So XII?
Yeah, I think so. Right, Connor, is that right?
Go for it. I have no idea.
Go, defer to Jose.
XII, final
That
answer.
is correct. My favorite part about that story, by the way, if you haven't seen it, the day after the child was born, I watched, there was a compilation of an interview that Elon Musk gave and one that Grimes gave when they released the name, and somebody said, how do you pronounce it? And they pronounced it differently. And that was the best part of the whole mess. So they pronounced it differently. And our final score, please.
Archbishops 145, Sloanavirus 35 with 60. Excuse me, 60.
35 is fine.
Random Animal Sounds with 55. Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations to the Archbishops of Canterbury. You have a well-deserved day of rest before you will compete the finals against a couple of teams to be named later. I don't know, Mr. Sloan, do you have any information on that? Who's going to be playing?
Sorry, somebody in another room had the gall to actually attempt a protest that I was dealing with, but hold on, I will tell you, because I think I do know one of them.
Okay, just a minute. But yeah, thanks for coming. Hope you guys had fun, and catch our stream of the finals on Tuesday. We got a challenge. I'm gonna let you deal with that. This one is blissfully questioned, I think. So good job.
It didn't matter. The team that tried to challenge it, which was 5 points, by the way.
Okay.
Winning.
You got to tell. Sometimes you got to tell Cookie to let it go. All right, guys. Thanks for coming, and we will see the Archbishops on Tuesday. See you guys.
Thanks, Ken.
I stopped recording.
That's
but it
good.
still says we're live on a custom streaming surface.
Yeah,